Bridges are burning, and faces from the past are coming back, and Phoenix Wright is out for the count? God, we had some very interesting and nervy times last time out. Not only did we see the end of 3-4 and how tragically that ended, we also have a rip-roaring cliffhanger from last time when we started 3-5 in our Trials and Tribulations playthrough here with the Extended Trilogy, and today we continue where we left off from that point. I am very excited for it. I hope you're all excited for it as well, in Twitch land or in YouTube land in our highlights, wherever you enjoy this. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see in YouTube land, don't forget to like and comment down below, and feel free to go further with your love and support by clicking that subscribe button and clicking the bell wherever it is as well. Hopefully if you want us to tune in for more in the future, it'll push you the notifications when we do new uploads. And forgive us for going back to our PNG tube phase today because it is hecking warm. Before coming online for stream, I had my work day, and I made the mistake of not bringing my fan along with me, and walking outside in what felt like 30-degree plus weather, that is in Celsius, when it was like barely 8 o'clock in the morning, was not that pleasant. That's what Japan does to you. I wish it didn't, and I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Yet, I managed to survive it, and that is the most important thing. So, we are continuing, but before we do, as I said, we saw the end of 3-4 Turnabout Beginnings, and that was a rip-roaring and rather tragic ending. I was very, very much engrossed in it. And we are off to, as I said, we started 3-5 because we had a bunch of time for that as well, and we started off by visiting the mystical temple place, and as I said, people that we think we recognize are up there. We've got to get to the bottom of why they're there, but before we could do any of that, there was another Moida. And worse than that, our boy Phoenix fell down a ravine. Yeah, that happened. So that brings us to where we left off on our little cliffhanger. As we see a Larry, who is very, very worried for us here. Hello, Attitude. I'm here to the player in case 1. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago, but the trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Now you know why she freaked out after Phoenix ate the bottle, and how Edgeworth technically didn't lose in the mistrial and wasn't defeated until 1-2 for the game. I get it. But yes. The trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. And yeah, I'm going back all the way back to there. It's all piecing together, and it's all, you know, I understand it a bit better now. But we have now to do, as I said, our Phoenix boy, our poor little Meow Meow is down for the count, and instead we have the other poor little Meow Meow. We managed to rope back in. I believe we've got, Edgy. Edgy's back. That is Miles Edgeworth, so let's get going. You're late, Edgy! What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered the faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise. And Nick is... Maya? Iris is Biki... Huh? Say something, Edgy! Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dunim. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yeah, that's right. You got it. But they arrested her. I say, little Iris. And here I was convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first, whatever this MacGuffin is. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. God, now I've heard about that Kingdom Hearts game, but I didn't realize that Phoenix was taking it that seriously. Is he finally cracked? And the other... He couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is, could he? I'm begging you! Iris's trial starts tomorrow! With Vic out of the picture, you're all I've got left! You're the only one who can represent her! What did you just say? You know, represent! Defend! What are you expecting? What do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid! I graduated from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it. Yeah, chap. Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But I mean, I earned a paper badge and no problem fooling an entire court before. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Please, Edgy. At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story. So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me all this badge after all, and this, MacGuffin. It's the lady. You know, the lady. Are we being led to believe that this could be someone who we've met before? A face from the past? It's very likely.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I would at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright? How is he? Mr. DeLuise said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron! How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman... I feel like I've met her before. You wouldn't be the first one, Edgy, and you probably won't be the last one. I guess we just get chatting. Because I can't see if anything else here, unless I make sure that, Mr. Guardsman outside is doing his job properly, because I be that kind of man. The guard is glaring at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor, is what I was taught.
Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, excuse me. Got caught just staring, getting cross-eyed, just looking at the guard over there. Ha ha ha. It can do the silly. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hasakura Temple.
Hasakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual powers come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Every time I try and go like that for that soft voice, if I just like feel like it's whisper-seek, it's kind of hard to like put enough to it. So yeah, every time I I make my voice go soft like that, sometimes I can't wait. Get it out like that. It's that kind of thing. So if that happens, oops, I'm sorry. Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I've committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there, in why I continue to train. To purify my soul.
Oh, if you are who we think you are, they are some sins indeed, because holy hell, girl! What who we think you truly are, what that person did. Like, hot damn. But let's treat things with a pinch of salt right now. I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
Alright. I helped to clean up after dinner, and then went back to my room at about 8. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then... I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. Dig a hole, as they say. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. Dig a hole and find out why. Hello, DBL. Welcome in. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? This happens to Edgeworth the first time he goes like, ah! It's like, first time, Edgeworth. What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright were talking about. The Psycho Locks. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. Psycho Locks. Now I know what Evac is talking about there. It's like, God, you've got no room to talk. Come on. sit your butt down. Any idea? Any idea about what? So, do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I am a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power. Say.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I am certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Donim?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those Psycho Lock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes. At the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know, right?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Right to you?
I'll tell you what Mr. Right is and Mr. Edgeworth to what is to Mr. Edgeworth in the eyes of everybody else. He is husbando! He is a very dear and indispensable friend. Also, possibly my husbando in the future.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. Edgeworth's trying to be a nice man. As that ever worked out in the past. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. You should go though. I thought it was gonna, like, take us there immediately because it's Faces of Black there. So what I have all the evidence in the side as well, alongside the badge and the Magatama. We got the Hanging Scroll of Misty Fae, Iris's hood that some reason she thought to give us. We have the temple map of the Hazukoda Temple, the bridge and the inner temple off to the side as well. We've got the off-cult, also cult New Year's issue. That for some reason had the photo of what we thought to have looked like was Dahlia, and bikini. Like, my god. And Elise Dunham's photograph, possibly playing one of the characters in one of her books. Oh well. Don't think any of those are going to be much use to us. Aw, that means nobody's getting across to the training area now. The entire bridge is out. God damn it. February 8th, Dusky Bridge. It sure is cold, all right. So this is it, Dusky Bridge. Oh wow, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's put a face to that voice before I say it again. Oh wow! It's you, Mr. Edgeworth! Ugh, Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see! It's been about a year. Or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch! And there's that sharp left jib. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell ya. Prosecutor Godot? What is this about a Godot that I don't know about, sir? But shall I get a look at everything else first? The signpost? There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall. A shack? It's like a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir. The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace. Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself! A golly false advertising! By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castles. That's not such a great name if you ask me. Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir. But it's literally all I can afford on my, pot noodle, salary that you put me down to after all its evaluations. Are you still on about those evaluations, Gumshoe? Please get over them. 125 stream streak from Double Barrel Shogun, just saying, streak! And it's a big one indeed, thank you very much. So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross. It's pretty reckless if you ask me. I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here. Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he manages to win his cases in court. Blind luck. I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better. Dumb luck, they say. How dare you, Edgeworth. It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff. Yeah, it's gotta be around 100 yards or so. Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards. Well, I gotta admit I'm not very good at judging distances. It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. And the only one that's here is now burned to a smoldering ember. Good job. Hey, it's a public phone! You don't see a lot of these anymore. That's true. And since we got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento? Well, sure, why not? Ah, darn it, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir! What's so special about public phones and why is he so fascinated by them? Is this a new brand of otaku that I need to be wary of now? No, wait, did he actually disappear? But I still want to talk about the headstone! Some letters are widely engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name. You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. Edgeworth! I got you so quick back, I didn't expect it. I can see how you read around, though, sir. No, you're the one who needs glasses, detective. Try reading it one more time. Ah, you're right! It's Dusky Bridge after all. Yeah, I guess whoever wrote it made a mistake. What is it that everybody's confusing Dusky Bridge as Dusty Bridge? Now, this is bad that I don't remember this specific detail about the last case, but, was it Dusky Bridge that the whole 3-4 incident was, centered around? Was it called Dusky Bridge then, or was it Dusty Bridge then? Because either way, I smell a conspiracy about this. It was Dusky Bridge in 3-4, right? So why is everybody else calling it Dusty? It is Dusky, yeah. So I'm smelling a conspiracy going on here right now about why people are calling it Dusty. And I wish I knew why the heck that was. But anyway. I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple! Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you got no idea how much I missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady? Here? On this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should thought the way yourself if you want the details, sir. I mean, I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. And Edgeworth, no, it's not what you think, trust me. way weirder than that. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through? Yep. I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or was it that, was that leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, a small building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's my affair. Oh no, her again. Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? And meanwhile, you can just shout across the bridge.
Someone give me a burger! You can air drop it if you want! That'll be cool as heck!
Maya is yearning for a burger over there, I know it. So, how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? I'll get back to that, but first about this, Godot person. So who was this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of a man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Why isn't he on my level? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is! After all, you know who is right in the middle of it! You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course! For some reason, Godot has really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, seems to have some kind of a grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. Oh, but none of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Godot myself. How very prophetic. It should be a lightning strike. It should be the gods above smiting people down below for their crimes. Whatever crimes they are, don't worry about it. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep! Last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But not impossible. I've heard of thundersnow before. It has happened. I have seen it. Seen it happen. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. Alright, weather data added to the court record. A regional weather report for the night of the crime. Did you miss anything? Not so much. We are in currently the boots of Mr. Miles Edgeworth, who is back because we have a phoenix down for the count on account of falling off a bridge into a ravine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, we're just having a word with Gumshoe about the crimes, about the scene of the bridge being burnt out and whatnot. So yeah. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that... Yeah, we got that information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. How do you mean you forgot already, Gumshoe? Is your memory that much like a goldfish? Like, seriously? Hang on, no, rather than move. Can we check? Yes, we can. Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7th. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Yes, thundersnow is a phenomenon that can happen. In the same way that rain and stuff can still charge up clouds with, you know, positive charges, and then it goes like boom, like that. Same can happen in the snow drift, because it's the same thing. It's just with colder condensation, really. That's all it is. Snow, 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. And the lightning occurred from 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck a Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. We do need the Phoenix down right now. It would only work if Phoenix was an undead. Which, as far as I'm aware, is not what he is. So, yeah. So, yeah. Exact details about everything is a bit of an interesting one. Oh, well, Godot has appeared in my list right now. Maybe we can get more from him. I usually hear about promising and prosecutor candidates while they're still in school. But I've never seen or heard of this person. I gotta admit, he's puzzling alright. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand. He sounds like an interesting man. Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately. No, I'm much more of a, Earl Greyer myself, let's be honest with you. No coffee for me, thank you. I don't think I'll get much else out of Gummy. I think we can just move on to the main gate again. And by the way, while we get a bit warm in here, I am going to fan it up. Spare me a moment. February 8th, Hazakura Temple, main gate. Yo, Edgy! What took you so long? I'm so cold, my brain's turned into sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Right is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec, hold it! Objection! Freeze, it's the cops! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and... What kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he is Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth defense attorney just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude, Edgy! I don't see you for a couple of years, and your heart's turned to sherbet! I'd say more like sorbet. It's his role of code here. I just didn't murder her! Someone else did it! I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one! Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I will do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to right, that is. Pass that baton on to right. Yes, indeed. Yes, that's what I said. I guess you can have a look around here, Edgeworth, just to get your bearings. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. Say, this is getting me a great idea! Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I'm used to it by now, so far away. I've got an idea for a brand new invention! Might even make me rich! An invention? Yeah, car gonna travel on snow! I'll call it a snow car! So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride on something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. I am not getting into one of your patented death traps. I can see a small bell tower from here. Hey, that just reminded me! There's something I've always wanted a bit. Again, he's going to tell me what's on his mind. Go on then. We call a person who tells a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings the bell a beller? Or truer for a guy who tells the truth. Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. Wow, I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. I thought that clock was destroyed. This gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time. That's the Mr. Edgeworth I know! You got a real flair for words, sir! I have always appreciated this kind of old timeless elegance. That's exactly how I feel too! Take this coat, for example. Like a fine wine, it gets better with age. Better at stinking up the room, that's what it does. Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call a coat detective. Yeah, he's not taking any of that. And that must be the main hall back there. A brilliant deduction, sir! Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe? Brilliant uses the best fence to build the tension, sir. Anyway, according to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. Before we speak with her... Hey Larry, I got given this for some reason. Come to think of it. When you were a kid, you were always saying... When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people! Or something like that. That was a long time ago. But see, now you've got the chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day! Edgy! You gotta do it! You gotta save my little Iris! This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Didn't know Gumshoe disliked the English language too. Oh dear me. I think that's everything. I think I'm gonna get useful out of you. Let's just get some words out of you then. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute! Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? Straight thoughts can't catch me, straight thoughts can't catch me, straight thoughts can't catch me. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent... Come on! A girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer! You sweet, sweet summer child, Larry, I swear to God. I was right after all, I should never have come back. No, don't worry! I see things for how they really are this time, honest! And if I had a penny for every time he said that, I would actually be drowning in $1 billion like now, like that Scrooge McDuck fellow. It's just that... Well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much. You know what I mean? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything. Larry, why are you hiding something from me? What were you and where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Get lost! Go back to your charter jet and get out of my sight, you creep! Just get out of here, you stupid, dumb animal! And I hope your plane crashes and you die! Too far, I think, even for you, Mr. Butts. I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? I don't think I'll ever get used to this feeling. But as I suspected, Psycho-Locks! I'm sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memories are wrecked, dude. I think the man himself, as a complete package, is a wreck, if you want to ask me, but I won't say that to his face. I'll just say that to my own self and just move on with my life. To the main hall I go, I suppose. February 8th, Hasakura Temple, main hall. Oh. Hey, hello there! So how are you feeling?
All right, I suppose. Huh? Who is this?
My name is Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, my! A handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just...
No, please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in the bikini.
Well, you found her! Now, what can I do for you?
What? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis.
If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy.
Mr. H-Wife, I didn't realize you were into that kind of thing. But this is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. So why didn't you tell me that earlier? It was all just in name. This is exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut. My stomach is already growling in protest.
So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris?
Well, first, I want to hear what you know. The name may also be a pun on bikini, which are Buddhist nuns. The first two kanji in bikini are apparently typical of priest names, while the last kanji means nun. Well, there you go. So yeah, what do you know about everything that went on? First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
She must be talking about Maya. And approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 when we left there. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The traveling dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here?
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a decidedly different reason. Oh, you get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgewife? Yeah, okay, yeah, let's assume in order. And then the last one, why did you come back, is gonna be the new one at it, but just do them in order. Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 11. No, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my thigh!
I saw 2 people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword.
Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris.
Well, you must have been quite shocked. You know, I'm kind of quite shocked as well. Like, they do not mince the drawing of when incidents happen, you know? They don't mince it. I saw that sword straight through a body and no mistake on that one. They do not mince when crime scenes when crimes are going down. Because, wow. Yes, you must have been quite shocked. Of course you was! Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Right smack in the middle of a courtroom. And I'd happen to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. Well, thank goodness he hasn't drawn me to do that yet.
I know when I sound insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed. And then I passed out.
Well, unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
A girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. Seeing what the time is there, and the new message that my bot is telling me is that the ad breaks are approaching. And just seeing what the time is and how much we have left to do, I reckon we'll take our break at this point. Because I have been reminded about when the ads are coming. I might as well get rid of them now. And with that said, we will come back and do the rest of this questioning after the break. As we always do, we run an hourly ad break to do ads and get them out of the way so you don't miss anything in Twitchland. There's no break in the YouTube highlight. If you want to continue enjoying, please feel free to do that. But also, please feel free to pause and go do some self-care, because this is a great time for you to do that. And when we come back, yes, we continue to question the remainder of the questions for Miss Bikini here, and figure out what truly is afoot here for Mr. Edgeworth, who has come back after us after all this time. I bet he wishes he wasn't back, though. I could still be taking a very nice vacation right now, for God's sake. But anyway, we're going to continue the question after the break. I'll see you very shortly. Edgeworth coming back here, thanking his lucky stars that this establishment doesn't have that kind of bikini in it when he first heard the word bikini lady. He's like, thank my lucky stars, I don't have to catch these straight thoughts. Alright. Welcome on back. We are going to continue the questioning of bikini right here, right now, after our break that we had in the Twitch stream. There wasn't in the YouTube highlight, but if you took a break during that time, I hope you had a pleasant one. And if you are enjoying this in YouTube land, then please let us know with a like and comment down below, and go further with your love and support if you want to join us for future adventures in the Ace Attorney times, by subscribing and clicking the notification bell as well to hopefully get those push notifications through to you. Of course, we are doing this as our full-on Ace Attorney chronology series here on the channel. We're doing every single game in in-game timeline order to the best of our ability, and we are thoroughly enjoying it. I hope you are thoroughly enjoying it too. So, we're continuing the questioning. She said that while she was meant to be watching over the training bit, she returned to this place here at so-and-so a time, so we gotta ask why. So, as the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the Acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back?
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Oh, don't be ridiculous! I would never do that! That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out!
That seems like a bad idea in hindsight. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. So that would probably be a case of I need to get some more details about said Iris. Again, I'm air quoting that. You can't see with my PNG tuber of it, but I am air quoting Iris here. But let's keep going. So, who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit eyes and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister? God, there are more of them. That's news to me, I guess. Oh, you mean Little Boyle? Yeah, that's Maya Faye's cousin. Little Pearl?
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all the fault of my stupid, creaky old back.
A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone? As they say, the plot thickens. Gumshoe, I trust you to make light of this freaking awful situation. Good lord, man. Alright, before we moving on, I got to get the details, I think, about Lady here. So let's go for it. Oh, sorry, it's in present. I gotta go like that. Yeah, there's a magic code. You said you went with Maya to the trading hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there?
Of course I saw her! I told her to meet us all to the ring and the bell at 10 for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came into the inner temple, then?
Of course she did! Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I helped Mystic Maya begin her training.
But that doesn't fit with Iris' story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple.
As they say, the plot thickens.
Strike 2, and next one you're out, Edgeworth, I swear to God.
Well, that is very interesting. I guess I'm unsure what else to do. But we can go to the courtyard now, so I guess we'll take a mosey over here. February 8th, Hasakura Temple, courtyard. And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched.
Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun Iris at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment.
Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't lead the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own.
You got it, sir! I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap!
Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your running mouth spout leaked over the years?
Far too much for their own good, I would say.
It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night.
There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight.
Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill?
How did you know?
Because I'm the one that did in all of your salary evaluations. I should know. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff.
That belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Denim. There's nothing strange or magical about it. It is missing the purple orb in it, though. Somebody took the orb and is now pondering it. Oh, yeah! Listen, this is just between us, okay, sir?
Yes? What?
This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this.
All right.
The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
That's it. That's what you wanted to tell me?
Yeah, that's it.
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood.
What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victim's. The victim's staff, carried by Elise Dunim when she was alive, has her fingerprints on it. Thank you very much. Alright, what else has that? Oh no, he can have the argument this time now. Oh no.
The main gate must be just over that stone wall.
Ah, stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Good times. Most of them are good memories, but not all of them.
Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words.
And that is a heck of a word as well, paucity. Ah, I just love skiing!
Really? You don't seem like the type. Well, what about sleds?
Sleds? Nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image.
You're hard-boiled, alright, and I could crack you open rather easily. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth? Is the world starting to go mad? Edgeworth thinking it already has. Let's be wholly honest with ourselves. Let's just see here. See, this here does not seem like that natural of a print to be occurring in the snow like that, but I guess I don't know. I guess the thing we gotta look at is the statue. So, the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon? It sure is! It's called a shito, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood. Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the shito too, sir. Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon? Oh god, that's not good. What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for right? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Thank God I decided to be a prosecutor instead. Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. No wonder Rice probably ended up with a cold after all this stuff that he's done. All this working to be a defense attorney must be wearing him absolutely thin to the bone. Alright, the apparent murder weapon, the Shichishito, the 7-branch sword, has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints on it. None of those are good in my regard. Alright then. Alright, let's get chatting. The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise the Nim. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. Her entire past, up until that point, is a mystery. Her entire past, up until the year she became Elise de Nim, was a mystery. This is probably way too early for spitballing, but the thought has occurred to me. I don't know how or for whatever reason, but we'll give that thought a little cubby hole in the back of my brain, because it might come back to be a surprise tool later. The estimated time of death for the victim was between 10 and 11 PM on February the 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon. The murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building. A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth! That just happens to be the room that Elise the Nim was staying in. Or maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. This may be it. Timed 10 to 11 PM, loss of blood from stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. After death, you say? So how on earth could she have fallen with the sword already implanted in the back or through them? That, Something in my mind is already not adding up about that whole thing because, we take another look. How could she very quickly have... How could the attacker very quickly remove the sword from the statue, carried that probably massive lump of weight up to the room, attack, and then with sword still impaled in hand, throw her down onto the ground like this? I don't know. Also, I don't see anything that is consistent with, body being dragged from the floor to end up like that. Unless there was fresh snowfall in between this time, but I'm not sure. Anyway. The main hall of Hasakura Temple is above us here. Hey, you're right! But I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Hasakura Temple was built in a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels. Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier just to build the place slanted, sir? I fail to see how we can even consider that to be a remotely good idea. Then again, here's Gumshoe. He will consider any idea of his a good one. Anyway, let's continue talking. Now then, Detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. So according to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. We needed to see all that, did we? Yes, okay. At 10 PM, after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went for the inner temple. I got her movements are a little bit quicker. When she got there, Bikini had to take over while she went back to Hasakura Temple. The only thing I have in my mind when I'm seeing this, and there are not the arrows to accompany it, but the only thing I can think of is, who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? If my boy is here, I think he'd appreciate that reference, E-Bat, huh? And after taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the moiter in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini yourself in the main hall. The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. Ah, there he is, he's onto it. Don't panic! Yes, indeed. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Gadol guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright called a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if I came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why. But I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem's gonna be that judge. Yes, you certainly would remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested another judge to preside over the trial tomorrow. Are we gonna get the man who stares at us like he's an elk in headlights again? Because boy howdy, am I looking forward to that? Maybe not. We only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a bit stink, sir? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea it had such a powerful string to pull. Does it make your famous quote when I pull it? Can I try it? Gumshoe, get away from my back. Come on, I wanna pull the string and hear you say somebody's poisoned the water hole. Or there's a snake in my boot. Come on, Edgeworth, say it, there's a snake in my boot. Edgeworth does not say those lines. Are you actually 5 years old, Gumshoe? But what is this in the temple that Maya was supposedly training? According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing. The other side's surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island over there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be alright, Maya. Again, you just hear over the wind.
I'll settle for surprise!
If not a burger, she will just take an airdrop of some french fries coming in from the local, like, from the local McDonald's, you know? I can't use McDonald's because I'm doing the thing where they slightly change the name of well-known brands to make it like, oh, it's totally this made-up brand that we made in Japanese. In like animes and comics and mangas and such, they just change one name. So McDonald's becomes WcDonald's instead. They just turn the M around to make it a W, you know? Turn it from M to McDonald's to W to W for Wombo! What does that even mean? Oh, come on, you know. I Wombo, you Wombo, he, she, me, we, Wombo. Reach for the sky. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Who are you calling busted, Buster? Somebody's poisoned the water hole. You're my favorite deputy. Yeah. Edgeworth has a pull string and you just hear. You get an Edgeworth doll, and you pull the pull string in the back, you just hear. I'm looking forward to your next salary evaluation. Just like that. Or it should be like this. I'm looking forward to your next salary evaluation. It just sounds like that instead. Right. Got all them in. There's no examining the evidence yet. I don't think that happens until we get to later games. Back to the main hall then. We have more to present onto you. The map, perchance, maybe? Let me give that a go. About this here.
Let me see. Well, as you may know, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we strive to break our attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl.
I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Miss Edgeworth? I'm surrounded by idiots. Okay, so if not that... Do you know about the sword? I guess you don't. I mean, there is something else that I need to do to this, clearly, but, it's working out what that is, We don't have a photo of the crime scene itself. Do you know about the staff? I guess you don't. What about the autopsy? I guess you don't. Or is it a person that I need to know about?
Oh! How could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault!
Well, come on, lady. I don't think you need to blame yourself for
Quiet! What do you know anyway?
Ah, you're scary.
With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours! It's too bad you were the one that disappeared!
Why'd you have to take it out all on me? Can't imagine why. You just need to be the punching bag right about now, don't you? Yeah. Bear with me. Her anger does seem a little manufactured. She could be faking it to making it.
Very entirely possible. I wonder if I've left anything out here, because I didn't actually take a look at what's around here, so I think that's probably where I've been messing up on. I think it's saying. There's flowing script written everywhere on the walls. Man, I bet you we have awful nightmares if you try to sleep in here.
This is our main hall. So it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering.
So if I slept here, the Oogie Woogie Boogie Man wouldn't hunt me down for eternity and start singing like that Nightmare Before Christmas thing? All right. Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping? Hey, come on, Edgewood, for two great things to think about. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's the warmed cat box! But where are all the cats? It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees! Those are a type of zabuton cushions called enza. Ooh. Why are you giving me such a hard time? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Why? Because you're the one being culturally insensitive about our great Japanifordian heritage. Learning something new might actually be a good thing for you once, Detective. Might be indeed. It's an altar with a giant Magatama enshrined on it. There were lots of candles lined up on it too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while. Maybe you should blow out those candles over there to make up for that. Mr. Edgewaite, would you mind singing happy birthday to me?
Stop that! Cut that out! Please don't burn the altar candles!
No, I'm not gonna sing it like that rhyme you're talking about. We're going to party like it's your birthday. I'm not doing that, Gumshoe. That thing sure casts a strong presence over the whole room.
This is the Lesser Magatama. It's a precious heirloom containing a great many souls.
Huh? This is lesser? What about the greater one, like? What about Le Magatama Grande?
The greater Magatama is displayed in the main room of Fey Manor. It was supposed to be shown at the Treasures of Korine exhibit, but it was so large they couldn't bring it through the doors.
It was too heckin' big. Too big for Smash Brothers. Hello? There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. Oh, what's that white piece of paper sticking out from under the stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Good whipping boy. Here you are, Mr. Edgewaite. It looks like an old manila envelope. Ah! What is it, Detective? This could be it! An ultra important clue! A super special clue! An important surprise clue that'll help us later! Well, I suppose I should read it myself, then. It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. A note to Iris, potentially blackmail, found in the main hall. She could have dropped it somewhere. Oh, nice going there, Mr. Edgewaite. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor! A super-duper prosecutor! A surprise prosecutor that will help us later! Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. And that was a super-secret, super-duper burn that Edgeworth dropping on Gumshoe there. Secret, huh, Iris? I'm sure it was. To Iris of Hazakura Temple. Salutation here. There is something I must talk to you about. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Make sure you come, unless you want your secret to be exposed. Alright then. Sorry, rather than talking. Girl, did you see this? Do you know anything about this old crumbled up letter?
Is it addressed to Iris?
Yep, it clearly says the Iris on it.
I can't believe it. Girl doesn't have any secrets from me.
so Sister Bikini didn't know anything about it.
Okay, she's pretty clueless about it, I see. How about we head back to over yonder and give this a warm down. February 8th, Hazakura Temple, the main gate. Well, I don't see Larry anywhere. Hey, maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks. I guess I'll have to look for him now. God, what a thorn in my side.
There's a massive thorn on your side. Are you over here? Gooey. Larry. Hello. Main hall. Maybe he went to the courtyard too. No, I guess there's nowhere else that we can move to. Unless he's having a hidey hide somewhere. I guess that'd be something new if I that's it. I suppose not. Then I guess back here. Okay then. Right, let me get a drink first. Hydration, very important. Although the bottle doesn't really have much in it, I should have refilled this actually. It'll be fine. February 8th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I've already told you everything that
Iris, please remember. I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, how do you make this thing work again? Because I believe I might have everything I need for trying to break down your... Oh, we got to talk about in the temple first. I think I forgot to do that. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Alisto Nim with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night.
Looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks.
We'll get to the point where Phoenix comes back and it'll be like, really, you've been calling them psycho locks this whole time? Did I freaking stutter? Edgeworth? And Edgeworth will be like, look, you were lucid in your bed when you said that and pawned them all and just put all the stuff on my lap. Come on. Right, it is time to break it. So, how do you make this work now? Is there a button I have to press? No, it can't be as silly as this. He did write some instructions, but it can't be as silly as just putting the Magatama into my target person's face and yelling, "Take that." It cannot be as silly as this, but okay then. Take that! Oh my god, it is as silly as it sounds. You just imagine they're the instructions he left. Just literally just put that Magatama in front of the person's face and yell, "Take that!" And then you'll be good to go. And it is as silly as that, Edgeworth. Live with it. I was frightened. But were you really? Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the Inner Temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris? I wonder. Is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room? What frightened them so much? Ten to approximately 11. She goes out to ring the bell at 10. Huh. Possible that she might have a case of aversion to weather. Have like a little bit of astrophobia. And honestly, felt. Particularly when I was back as a child. I did not like the thunder and lightning that much at all, and to this day I kind of still don't do. I handle it a lot better, but as I say, I probably told this before actually, this little story, but yeah. If I am consciously aware it's thunder and lightning outside, particularly if it's like dead of night and I'm trying to sleep, I can't get to sleep. As soon as I become consciously aware that there's a storm happening outside, that is it. I can't get to sleep. It's that kind of aversion to the weather that I've never let go of, unfortunately, so there you go on that one. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit tired. Sorry, I'm attacking my eye just to get the sleep out of it and having to think about this, because is it that or... No, something far more obvious. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. So not the inner temple, so she did go the way to the bridge, but then took the detour to Heavenly Hall instead. Ah. For some reason, couldn't go all the way to the inner temple, and she's feigning that because she says she's frightened of something, but, we know your true reason. It's, you were following instructions you were given to the letter, I think. Oh, whoops. Edgeworth, what you're on about, you do have the information. Try that again, please. Put that Makatama in her face and say, take that. I fat fingered the back button by accident. So let me just go for that again. Right. Must be the note to hear what sounds like a threat. Go on then. Take that! So I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
But that's...
Well, Iris?
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who read this letter to you, isn't that correct?
Ah!
So was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way. That's not on the instruction manual.
But Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Well, yes. After all, even if it did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
Oh, nice try at lying, girl. I wonder about that.
Mrs. Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different.
Huh?
Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. Dun 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 dun. Yes, indeed. Take that! Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secrets. Well, What do you have to say?
I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his.
I'm gonna say that pose in particular is cute when she blushes up and looks at you like that. But unfortunately, I just think there's way too much baggage on this girl. Otherwise, I'd be like, I'm gonna be this girl. But I'd rather not be this girl because, as I said, a ton of baggage, and all of it not great. All of it because she may be an evil sort, unfortunately.
After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge.
A small shack, huh?
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where is it on this map? Thank you kindly.
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking in the Heavenly Hall. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart.
Yes.
It looks as though I may have to visit this heavenly hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room that night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Thank you for your testimony. Rang the lights out bell at 10 PM and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. Right then. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again.
Huh?
But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is. But he has no idea who I am.
I'm just not a fan of the way you go to that face in particular when you say that in particular. Well then. Okay, time for me on the move. Back to here. Can we then move to the new location? Yes, we can. Oh god, what is this? What the hell is this? February 8th, Heavenly Hall. Oh, whoa, not much of a view from down here, huh? Still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Three guesses who this is. I mean, I don't even need to guess. It shows us the picture right here. Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next is gonna be to prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck. He's just talking to himself. Talking about me, I feel like. I felt like I got astray there, Mr. Edgeworth. Shh! Be quiet and listen! I knew it! I shouldn't have done that! I blew it again! Done that? What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! Freeze! It's the cops! About what you just said! I got an addiction! What the? Angie! You dirty rat! Gumshoe, you oaf! I'm sorry, sir. I just like to shout freeze as the cops.
That word, that objection word. Before I knew it, I was just shouting out objection. And in a loud, commanding voice, too. I even pointed with my pointer finger. You watched too many trials. I'm sorry. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? First, let's look at what the hell's going on here, because by God, this is garish. It's a little far, but I have a pretty clear view of Dusky Bridge from here. I still can't believe it. Really? What is it, Larry? Nothing. It's nothing. Sounds pretty suspicious to me. Something about that statement smells. And you know what they say? Put the line in the chat. Feel free. What is this festive-looking ornament? It reminds me of art class in grade school. We used to have a lot of fun decorating the classroom with origami, remember? Well, Oh yeah! You were never any good at it. Really? Yeah, this guy was so bad he couldn't even fold a dollar, let alone a crane.
NANI?
Ah, there you go, there it is. If it smells, it's usually the butts. The SD is learning. Love it. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he would just sit there sobbing. Yeah, really? I never would have accepted to be quiet already. I'll never forget the shame of that day. You want a crane? I can now make a perfect quarter-inch crane without a single flaw. You know, Edgy. Nothing for nothing. But a quarter-inch crane without a single flaw is not easy. Yeah, that's quite a feat, Prosecutor Edgewaith. This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Achievement found. Hear all of Larry's childhood stories. All 2 of them, so there wasn't that many to do. But yeah, that was funny. These go all the way to Dusky Bridge. It's a pretty long, but easy walk. I fell down 4 times on my way down here, sir. Oh, sorry about that, Detective. I ate 4 bananas and tossed their peels in the stairs on my way down here. What? So that's what I was slipping on? Be careful on the way back. Those deadly banana peels are still out there. It's my own personal Mario Kart thing. That's a real important piece of information right there, Mr. Edgewaith. I'm sorry, did you say something about bananas? I don't know, but I'm sure it's not important. Anyway, this is the Eagle River, sir. Runs pretty fast, so it doesn't ice over, even in the winter. If it had iced over, Wright would have been in some serious trouble. Yeah, you're right about that. You'd have landed on the ice and slipped downstream to who knows where. Not exactly what I meant, but alright. Let him have that one, I don't bother arguing with it. Oh, that's a horrible graffiti problem you got there, pal. Hey, you don't know anything, Detective! This is art! It's an expression of my bittersweet love for Iris. Larry, do you know the difference between graffiti and true art? It's how the artist himself defines it, right? I should have seen that one coming. Well, if that's the case, then all of my lunchboxes are masterpieces too, pal! Yes, you believe what you want to believe, I guess. Cue the, oh, banana. I mean, right? The straw roof is totally covered with freshly falling powdery snow. Wow, makes a nice image, doesn't it? I always did like the rustic look. Heavenly Hall. I suppose it's an appropriate name in some sense. You got that right! Look at that bridge up there! This place has to be heaven, because that thing is hell! You would do well to remember, Larry, that this is a sacred place to some people. So don't leave your banana peels and your crisp packets everywhere.
Or should I say potato chip packets, because this is Japanifornia, not that UK place. Go visit the mother? Of course! Maybe see you later?
Maybe.
We'll see how that goes. Hopefully the visit goes well. Right. Seeing everything out here. Alright, let's get talking. What is this little shack anyway? Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday. And why were you down here in the first place? Come on, I'm an artist! I was looking for a good place to sketch. This is a great little place. It's, artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, and it looks like it's about to collapse. It sounds a lot like my appointment there, pal. Well, one thing's for sure, nobody's likely to show up and disturb you here. So, can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe? It's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir. And only hot water of all the things? Do you have some tea leaves for that? Then maybe I might acquiesce. This needs a lot of drinky drink. Pardon me. I think it might be because I'm doing quite a few male characters this time, quite a lot of the time, and so naturally the voice is dipping down for it, and so that's what I gotta pay mine to. That's probably what's doing my voice in this time. We'll see. Listen to me, Edgy. You've gotta do this. You've gotta save Iris. Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute. Watch your mouth! Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm gonna marry that girl! Oh boy, here we go. Mr. H was pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you? No, not yet. But I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagined I could marry such a beautiful girl like that. Something tells me he would be shocked indeed. I think the entire world might be, Larry. That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt? What is this guy trying to say? He lost me about a mile big. If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. That's going to have to happen, unfortunately. Well, come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you, and what were you doing last night? Oh man, don't you have anything else to talk about? With that kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Oh. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. I got it. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. Something incredible? Yeah. But let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water. So why hasn't he realized that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him? I hate childhood memories. Okay, Larry, that tears it. We'll probably be Magataring you in the face. As soon as, yeah, I think it'll be a decent time to do it. The timer hasn't said so in the chat, but I think it'll be close to. In fact, there it is! Yeah, we're gonna go for a break now and get that out of the way. So if you want to go do some self-care in Twitchland, that would be a great time to do so while we run the ads and have a little bit of a resty rest. The same for you in YouTube land. With no break in the highlight, you can continue watching if you want to, but this is going to be a great time to pause and go do some self-care if you need to. Then you can join us afterwards, and we'll continue by shoving a Magatama thingy in Larry's face, and trying to break those psycho locks, as they say. And yeah, should be fun to see what Larry's got stuck in his very loud artist garb. Well then, shall we find out after the break? I think we'll find out after the break. See you very, very shortly. Alright, turn off the fan again. I think I can survive the very warm little corner of the room where my PC is right now. And we'll do our best to keep on going. We have a Magatama thing to push into Larry's face to get him to talk about the strange things that he is talking about. Right, shall we go do that? But firstly, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning back in. Wherever you're watching this from, in our Twitch chat right now, and or in our YouTube highlight. If you are on YouTube and you like what you see, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the bell next to it as well so you get notifications about future uploads if you want to support us in that cool way. And also make sure to like and comment down below if you enjoyed this video in particular. We would love it if you did that, and it is greatly appreciated. Right, as I said, we got a MAGA thingamabobby to put into the thing. Right. This may look weird what I'm about to do, Larry, but I'm going to put something into your face and then shout an incantation, because this makes this work, apparently. Take that! Again, I struggled. I almost refused to believe that's how this thing actually works. But now we need to make Larry speak about the night of the crime. Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night. Whoa, 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 you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk! Huh? That was a bit too easy. Yeah, anyway, it was awesome! Never seen anything like it! And around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping. I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I'd just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi. And then, it was on fire! The bridge was on fire! Dusky Bridge caught on fire? Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes? Hey! Why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth! Oh, there are still 3 psycho locks remaining. That means they're still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw this happen? Where, you say? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question! I was in my own room, by the main hall. Where else would I be? As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there. There? What do you mean, there? It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike Dusky Bridge from your room. I'm gonna say, yeah, if his room is in the big Hazakura Temple area. There are tree lines and ridge lines doing all of that, doing in all of that visibility, so yeah, how could he have seen anything like that from where he was in his room? I think it's this. Take that! This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple. What am I looking for? I think that should be fairly obvious. But you're going to need an explaining, because you're that kind of man. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here. What? Why didn't you tell me that before? Well, how about it? How about what? Do you feel like talking now? About what? It looks like it won't be that easy after all, and it never is with the buts. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then, where were you? You don't know that I wasn't in my room! So, where was Larry, and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Oh, very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed lightning strike Dusky Bridge was from here. Yeah, I think it'd be obvious right now, because he's basically painting them, vandalized the place to look like his own anyway, so... that would have taken him a time to do. He must have been here then. Take that! The place you saw the lightning strike was Heavenly Hall. Why would I be hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could fall apart in any minute. Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. Ah, oh! In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset. I have to admit it. I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick. Yes, that's nice. Thank you for the compliments. Now, tell me, what were you doing at this cold little shack last night? That's what you might call a fair decor. I think you mean a fair decor. Could it be that you were waiting for someone? Oh no! You really are one scary guy, you know. I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come and meet you. If she was thought to come to Heavenly Hall, and you were at Heavenly Hall... Larry, you're not suddenly into blackmailing, are you? Come on, I wanted you to just be a silly man. Don't become all criminal about this now, come on. But clearly you're seeing Iris, so take that! There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry. I told you before! Don't call me Larry! The person you were waiting for was Iris. Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy. No doubt because of my chilly glare. So you think I got the hearts for Sister Iris? You were talking about marrying him not a few moments ago. Don't act like I'm stupid. Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves I was waiting for her? Or are you just guessing? This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here is the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris. Larry, why are you into blackmail all of a sudden? Take that! Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter. Oh, hey! Give that back! You're embarrassing me! What are you doing with that anyway? That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry. What do you mean? Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that? You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh! Oh! First of all, what's this at the top of the letter? It says salutation here. Well, that's what it said in that book, Letter Writing for Dummies. You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write Dear Iris. Ah! I'm so sorry! You're going to be, I swear to Christ, it's one of these days. Alright, got him out. So, you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you? Sorry, Edgy. Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag! Threatening a young lady like that! Oh. Wait, hold up. What now, pal? What are you talking about? What threatening stuff? I'll tell you what. You're trying to scare Iris by threatening to expose their secret, pal. What do you mean threaten? When did I threaten her? Unless you want your secret to be exposed. That sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact. Give me a break! It's a love letter! Haven't you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love for her burns so hotly, it could melt all the snow on this mountain. Oh, then what is the secret you mention? Come on, Edgy. Don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me. Obviously, she wouldn't want old Lady Bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair. The Acolytes are not allowed to marry. It is not the Jedi way. Alright, then why did you send a love letter in a business-like manila envelope? Give me a break! It's not my fault I didn't have any of her envelopes. Yeesh. Then why are you so quick to apologize, Pale? It's 'cause Edgy gave me that scary look of his. Hey, what's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? That's it. That's what all those huge locks were about? I don't understand why you were so defensive. Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on! Don't let it get you down! But Mr. Edgewaite! This guy's still hiding something! I know it! What do you mean, Detective? Don't forget what this guy said just a minute ago! If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible! He's right. Larry! What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone! What was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another. So tell me, for crying out loud. I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge. Yes, and I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true. What doesn't? If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all these locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. What? When? Where? Why? How? The 5 W's and the 1 H. Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgewaite, I'll arrest you on the spot, Peel. Oh god, that was a big one. No! Well, what's wrong, sir? Does this mean I have to do it all over again? But why are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning? I just about had it with this Harlequin! If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. And that will not be a threat, but a promise! So then, a lot to do with Larry all of a sudden here. Alright then. Save our progress to this point. Yes, of course we will. And overwrite the data. Because it's time for a trial. Yes. And it is say to be continued. Right the heck now!
Yay!
February the 9th, 9:47 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Oh my! Mr. Larice feels that way about me?
Apparently. He isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
No, worry not. And in any case, whoever it was that he saw on the night of that incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today?
No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Mr. Listo Nim, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well then.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes?
You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed...
Don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
Iris. It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe unto the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task I've been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
When is the penny gonna drop, I wonder? The potential for this penny to drop with a rather terrible clang. Alright, February the 9th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 7. I didn't realize there were that many courtrooms in the courts. Wow. That is. And yes, we have Judge Wookie again. We have Judge Canadian, Judge Wookie. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant...
Objection! Objection! Oh my god, she's back! The prosecution stands ready.
And you are...
Franziska von Karma, prosecuting protege.
Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma.
Legends are a thing of the past. I am a von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case.
You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Miss von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such weakling as this man among those at the prosecutor's office.
There isn't? But I'm sure, once before you should— Ow!
I told you, there is no such weakling.
What is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip at— Hold it! Hold it! I have no objection to the whip. You don't? The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee, but there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I'd expected to face Phoenix Wright here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers.
I see you brought your flair for the histrionic. Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about, people acting bizarrely in my courts. Ah!
The stage is set. Now, continue the proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise Dunim.
Again, they hacking do not shy away from the violence you see in crime photos. God damn.
Her body was found in the Hatsukura Temple courtyard. She'd been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. The courtyard where Elise Donim was murdered. Added to the court record.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Too short.
Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Oh, hold on there. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witness. Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please. Okay, sir.
Once again, your name and occupation, please. Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hatsukura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name's Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now.
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave the sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
Oh, so you do have lechery in your heart, I see.
Oh, God, no.
No need to get your bikini in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer.
Bikini was made sure to save on memory in the literal GBA game cartridge after a miscalculation re-signing the size of all the game assets. I'm gonna say they would have been pushing GBA cartridges to their memory limits by this point. Would be quite a big one, yes, I agree. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say, then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? So I love this case for this. We get to see Edgeworth as defense and against Franziska. The chemistry will flow right out here. I can see why people might enjoy this. And I'm gonna see it now, so let's go for it. Testimony about the night of the murder.
That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up, violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte, and returned to Hatsukura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it!
Press everything. I mean, I do naturally. I press everything unless there is a penalty for doing so. I do it naturally, do not worry, Ebak. I will acquiesce. So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hatsukura Temple?
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple.
Also, yeah, I did just notice that I feel like that my Franziska voice and my Bikini voice could blend together a little bit, so I'm gonna lean with a little bit more of a twang to Bikini's voice, just to try and separate the two. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made.
There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. Bet you're not about to fall at the first hurdle now, are you, Miles Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
His first cross-examination on the defense bench. Oh, he's a greenhorn. We love it. Okay. On the advisive chat, even though I do it all the time anyway, we press everything.
Hold it! What is this inner temple?
Well, see, conversing with the spirits is what we train people to do, right?
We'll be the one asking you the questions, madam.
In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There's a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend an entire night there to undergo intense training.
And how exactly do you help with this process?
It is all quite exacting. It can't be performed without a nun supervising. Like a tutor, watching to make sure a spoiled child studies.
A tutor with a whip in your case? Then if that is the case, then why did you return to Hazakura Temple where the murder took place?
The back likes to act up violently. Hopefully that's not me in the coming years. I'd like a few more years before that starts happening.
Hold it! Violently?
That's right! It's no laughing matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and a fork during the cold months. Just being alive is like strict training!
On the night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again?
That's right! Raging like a bull in a pig pen! I almost fainted once or twice. I just knew that unless I warmed it up, it was going to finally finish me off.
Uh-huh. Left Iris with the acolyte, then got back to temple. Yep.
Hold it! You left Iris to help. With what?
What do you think? The acolyte's training, of course! It was just past 10 p.m., so they were starting to enter into the training exercises proper.
Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple?
Well, the job is simply to watch over the acolytes so that they don't pass away.
Just to confirm this point again, that night, you met Iris in the temple, correct?
Yes. She's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions.
When I realized my first playthrough, I literally exclaimed, "Wait, Miles versus Francisca? Oh boy!" We are eating good as Ace Attorney fans. Yes, we are. There's no bath in the temple. You needed a hot soak, so you went back to temple for a bath. Okay.
Hold it! So you returned to the Hazakura Temple in order to take a bath?
My back is to blame for everything. It's a do-or-be-done-in kind of world, after all.
How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking?
My. What a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind.
I don't know what you're trying, lady, but straight thoughts can't catch me.
I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? Oh, this is why you have to watch the young ones.
What are you going on about? I would... Ah!
Pathetic, Miles Edgeworth.
The lowest of the low. Is that some sort of kick-me sign stuck to the defense's bench?
Sorry, I couldn't say that line with a straight face. Damn! There's where the line comes from.
Oh, I love it.
I'm gonna do that again, but try and do it with a straighter face.
Is there some sort of kick-me sign stuck to the defense's bench?
I don't know, Wedgeworth, but there could be some sort of whip me sign. Maybe.
Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my post for too long, you understand, so...
Just you were heading back, that's when you saw it. I see, yes.
Hold it! The crime took place in the courtyard, correct?
When you go from my room to the main hall,
You have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. That's right. In other words, it was pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case.
That certainly seems to be true. There is indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I could begin to quantify just how good this witness's memory and observation skills are. Alright. Your back likes to act up. You left Iris to help the Acolyte, then returned to Hasakura Temple. There is no bath in the temple, and then needed a hot soak. You left Iris to help the Acolyte and returned to the temple. Do we have a full Iris testimony now, don't we? Yeah. Rang lights out at 10. Was in her room until the murder was discovered. I don't know, is there any way that gets in the way of anything? That's a photo of her there, I see. The only thing that I take umbrage with is the fact that we have it on Iris's testimony that she never went to the Inner Temple in the first place. That's the only thing about it to me. And you know what? I reckon I'm pretty confident in that one myself, so let's ring around and do it like that, I suppose. We did save. Yeah, we literally just did. Look at me not remembering like freaking 3 seconds ago. But well, when I get older, I'm gonna lose all my memories. Good. Right. We present conflicting testimony from Iris herself. Thank you very much. Give me a moment. Wait for voice bot to connecting again. There we go. We're back. All right. This is what we need. Objection! Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's face rests on the powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well, 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 don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hasakura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho... Miss Honcho. Yeah, you can say it like that too. I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the Inner Temple at all.
No! She said that? Objection! A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
Objection! But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hasakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the Inner Temple would make for a much better alibi.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes.
All people lie. That is my belief.
Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means... we must call your memory into question.
Dear, dear, dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that is exactly what I...
My memory is perfect! Crystal clear! Especially in winter!
Then... I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Redworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. Well, I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Then, please add your comments about Iris to the testimony, and let us return to the cross-examination.
Okay, new thing to add. Same. Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. Okay, then. No presenting yet. We press first. Right, so this has changed. So we go for this one now.
Hold it! Are you sure that you're not making a mistake?
You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor. Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake, thinking I made a mistake.
An excellent finish there, witness. That would be equivalent to a touchdown in the Canadian football, eh? Go, you Blue Bombers! See, I know sports ball a little bit. Still, I have to wonder.
Still, you have to wonder. Yes, I wonder about what exactly. Bam, bam, bam. Da-da. Bam, bam, bam. Ba-da. Bam, bam. Ba-da. Bam, bam. Ba-da. Bam, bam, bam. Dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. Received before the lights out bell the night of the crime. Protects from spirits. I did a misclick. Do you know what? I did a misclick. I'm gonna own it to the misclick this time, so we can keep it where we are.
Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement? I don't think there is a problem with it. You say that with such gusto that I suppose I must agree that that is all there is to it. Don't get smart with me, get smart with this penalty! It would appear that even I can make mistakes. Even I can fat finger a controller sometimes.
Right. Let's save ourselves at this point. Just so we don't need to go all the way back to the previous bit. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. I was meant to go to the profile screen. Exactly as she had been at dinner. So was she in the hood at dinner time, I wonder? Because she also sort of has a hood or cowl thing in this photo here. So was she in the hood? Is that the thing that we need to take? I mean, it's one of the only things that I have related to pointing out what people are wearing, and we actually have the armor clothing in our evidence, so I think it's probably likely that it's going to be this. Give it a try.
Objection! Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant who you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct?
Of course! That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Objection! That is right there! Why do you have that?
That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights-out bell was rung.
What?
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the Iris she saw would have been missing this very hood.
Oh, well...
It's not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy looks on Wright's face every time he does it. Order! Order in the corridors! Whoa!
Sister! This hood! You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares? I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. A stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh?
Each son's only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then this is quite strange.
Ah! If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have gone with those. There is no contradiction here.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on the way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. I'm going to give them a little tickle. But not in that way. What are you talking about? Right, tell you what, I'll finish that bottle. Put that to the side. Put that to the side. Right, good to go. After the bath. Please do not go into the specifics about after the bath, directly after the bath, like what were you doing, what were you not wearing. Please don't go into those details. Save us all the heartache, please. Silent moment. No, you do not. Alrighty then, let's get going.
I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was... Oh, Mystic Elise! And with that sword of all things. Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then I would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Oh, well, something like that. I swear to God, this judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoes.
I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? I'm surprised that didn't result in a whipping. But go on then. Finish my bath around 11, then should return to the temple. Alright, I don't doubt that. Hold it! How far is it from your room to the inner temple?
Let me think a moment. About 20 minutes on these stumps of mine. It's about 50 minutes to Dusky Bridge from Hazakura Temple. The inner temple is just beyond the bridge. Still, you never made it back there that night, did you? That's right. I was heading along the walkway towards the main hall.
There was a noise from the courtyard, okay? Hold it! You say you heard a noise?
Thump! Just like that. That could only be the sound of the victim falling. It's very quiet in the temple, you know. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Thump! Just like that.
But then, couldn't this noise you heard have been snow falling to the ground?
I never thought of that. The next one to laugh gets a whipping!
Oh, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over at my courtyard and...
Mystical Lease, and with that sword of all things. Okay. Hold it! This is the second time that the witness has testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remains in these claims.
What does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to...
The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword. Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it is who you saw. Excuse me. As clearly as you can.
Well, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Oh, now that you mention it, there is something awfully strange about her. Something that has been bugging me all this time.
Please don't keep us all in suspense.
Her hood! Her hood? That's right! It's coming back to me! Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood! I thought something was out of place, but... It all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she's given that hood away to someone, right? Huh. You've dug your own grave, Miles Edgeworth.
What do you say, Miles Edgeworth? Is this testimony important?
Do we have important testimony on our hands here? We did not get a penalty for getting the wrong answer on this one. I suppose we could, if I'm not being penalized for asking for it here. It will give us just more fun things to say, so go for it.
This may initially appear to put me at a disadvantage, but I can't see any other leads at the moment. Your Honor, I would like these new statements to be added to the testimony.
Miles Edgeworth, if you want to hang yourself, you only need to ask. I'll gladly lend you my whip.
Witness, add this statement to your testimony.
No problem. Now that you mention it, Iris didn't have her hood on.
As I said, if we don't get anything useful, it gives me more fun things to say.
Hold it! You're sure about that?
Yes. After all, we always wear the same clothes. I don't mean because we're poor, you understand. It's our style. Yes, that's it.
There's absolutely no need to explain yourself.
Anyway, she looked different from normal, so that really stuck out. Like me holding a vipid puppy instead of my vip.
At least then it might bite you and then not someone else.
Iris didn't have her hood on. I'm sure of it.
Very well. Now please tell us about the victim, eh?
Yeah, I was right. Nothing important from that one. But as I said, more fun things to say, so I did it. She was staying in the corner room, which faces out into the courtyard. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Hold it! The room with the victim was staying in overlooked the courtyard, correct? Which means the victim's room was on the second floor.
No. Hasakura Temple is a single-story building. But the mountain itself slopes downwards, which elevates the main gate side of the temple and the guest rooms in the back to about the height of a two-story building.
I see. And the victim was staying in one of these elevated rooms, correct?
Yes. I should know. I'm the one who carried her things into her room after all.
Must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Sitting in the moment in the bus that's late and takes twice as long as normal for the second time today. I'm so sorry about that, Cass. But at least hopefully we're giving you the entertainment and helping that time fly by. And hopefully the bus has no more delays. But thank you for coming in all the same. We're going good! We're having a fun time with it. We currently do not have who you expect in the defense bench right now. As you'll see, when I press his statement. Hold it! Yes, Edgeworth is in the defendant's desk. And we have somebody else who's made a comeback in the prosecutor's bench as well. Just so that we actually have a trial going on here. So there you go. Yeah, I know. It's a Miles Edgeworth, not who he's meant to be. So you're all like,
oh my goodness!
You're all like that, yes. Okay. Yes, much love, Cass. Hopefully the buses don't get delayed any more than they need to. Yeah. And what makes you so sure of all this?
It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard, okay? Thump, just like that. You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 10 feet in height.
Complete with a badge! Yes, I do have one. I never thought to present that badge onto people, just like... Maybe next time. It appears that the witness was not mistaken then.
Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith after all, the head honcho of Prosecutor Temple.
There's only 2 of them working there.
What's wrong, Miles Edgeworth? No snappy comeback remark?
I don't need to dignify everything with a witty comeback, Franziska. It doesn't feel like she is lying. This is very powerful testimony too. She claims to have seen the instant which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only 2 things I can believe in right now. My client Iris, and my own abilities as a defense attorney.
Did you do an overnight course or did you borrow rights? Well, he's taken a bar exam of some point, and with Phoenix out of the picture, on his way back, Edgeworth did visit Phoenix in the hospital where he currently sits, and Phoenix entrusted Edgeworth to sort of do the job in his stead. So that's why he's carrying not only the badge, but also the Magatama. He learned how to use one of these for the first time, did Edgeworth. It's young boy's first time with the Magatama. And the first time is always the roughest one. You're like, was it good for you? It's fine. Right. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out the window. Is that the case? Can we corroborate that with the autopsy report? Because I have that. No, that says fell 10 foot after death. So if she was pushed out, she probably would have survived a 10-foot fall onto some softish snow on the ground, and then apparently get stabbed afterwards. That would have been the thing that did her in. But, nah, she was stabbed first. See, she stabbed first and then got pushed out a window. Duh, yeah? Alright then, let's go for it. Actually, after the break, because I've just seen that my bot has said the ads are going to come up very soon, so I might well do it. I still remember my first time with the Magatama. It was green too! Some cheap Naruto merch, if I recall correctly. Right. Yeah, so I know what the answer is here, but we're going to press it and do that after we take an intermission, just a short one, and then we'll see what we get afterwards. Right, so Twitch land, this will be a good time for you to go do some self-care stuff if you need to. YouTube land, there will be no break in the highlight, of course. You want to keep on watching, you're free to do that, but this is a good time to pause very, very quickly, go do some self-care, and then come back to us later. This is a good time to do so. And yeah, we'll get her with the answer that we know to be true when we come back after the break. See you very shortly. Into the menu we go, because as I said, before we took this little break, there was none in the YouTube highlights, so welcome on back straight away. And you will be seeing me getting you with the answer of... She's saying... The stabbing of victim Elise Denim must have happened after she was pushed out of the window, but that is a blatant contradiction because we've got this that says, from the autopsy report, the loss of blood from stab in the back, the body fell after death. So it sustained all of the falling bruises after the stabbing occurred. She was already dead when she fell out of the window, apparently, according to this. So we have the perfect thing to pin you with on this one. I'm sorry, Miss Honcho, as you proclaim yourself to be.
not being very honcho about the validity of your testimony. Thank you very much. Objection! Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway.
Oh, please do! My brain is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
The autopsy report?
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed.
Ah!
That's right! It says after death right here! The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall?
Ah!
Order! Order! The victim was killed and then fell? If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down to the courtyard below.
Objection!
Oh, hey, that's not our judge. Yeah, in order to get away with the fact that Edgeworth is on the defendant's desk, we couldn't have normal judgy judge there because normal judgy judge would have recognized Edgeworth in a snap of the fingers. Yet with this particular judge, the only time he would have seen Edgeworth was during the Turnabout Beginnings case, which we wrapped up on very recently. His very first case as a prosecutor was the Turnabout Beginnings case. And we had the Canadian judge there too. And that's the only time they would have seen each other. And since all of this time has gone past and Edgeworth has grown into the very mature young man that he is, yeah, he would have guessed that Canadian judge would not have recognized him. And it would have been easier to brush off if he were to question it. Yeah, 6 years of time between it, so yeah. Would have been very easy to brush off, like, have I known you from somewhere? No, you must have mistook me for maybe another Edgeworth or something like that. It's a common name where I'm from, you know. You could have very easily just brushed that off. But not with our not with our own judgy judge. He would have seen for that immediately. So yeah. It's all in order to accommodate Edgeworth being on the defense bench this time. So yeah. Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Donim's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a bloodstain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Ah!
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Oh, your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim that— Ah!
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. Eh, that's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
Does it now? The one thing I have with that is, how on earth do you pull that sword out of the grasp that the statue's grabbing the hilt with? That's the one thing that I would take umbrage with. Just like, also, that would be one nasty little way to go. That would be one gnarly little wound. You'd have multiple entry points there. Like, truthfully, if the other branches of the sword would have gone
were to go, where it would have gone, that wound would be, you know, like a massive line gash right down the back. Again, I'm just like, they don't hold back with the depictions of the violence in this game. Like, wow. I love Francisca. Wish she got on her own game too. Never say never. I don't know what Capcom are cooking up right now. You never say never. Capcom, if you're cooking up something, please let us have it immediately. Anyway. Order! Order! I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Francisca von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition from your part and tell us only the facts, please. Hey, witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Don't go setting me short now. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please, give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
What, with the whip?
Oh boy! All right.
So, with the promise of a massage, we will go to the further testimony, but actually, I feel like in the time we have, it'll get quite late for us before we end up wrapping up this thing, so thinking, I might be wrong, but most ceremonial swords aren't all that sharp, and you would need a lot of force to push yourself through the body. Yeah, and that's what probably would make it that bad. Unless, because again, we just very quickly go to when she gives further details here. But yeah, the one thing I take, the one thing that I am not entirely fully aware of and sure of, is how do you even remove the sword in the first place to attack with? My reckoning is that this actually is a... My reckoning is that this is actually a plant. In that the attack and the wound that got the victim was probably from just some ordinary, far easier to carry blade. The attack happens in the room, she gets pushed out of the room, and then attacker moves to try and cover up what truly happened, and tries to pass it off as somebody attacked them with the sword hilt. With the ceremonial sword. And that was able to, no, maybe a replica sword? Maybe a replica, or just some other kind of easier to wield blade than something that's like ceremonial like this. But then the ceremonial sword is used to disguise what the true wound was, if you get my way. So basically, it's a re-stabbing, essentially, to sort of make the events look a bit different. And try and take your eye off the prize, as it were. So I don't think it was a ceremonial sword that was really the sword that was the actual murder weapon. From a stab in the back. It was only a stab in the back. It's not like a full-on run-through. Full-on run-through like that. That was just an attack in the back. Just like a tiny blade wouldn't go entirely through the body. That's what I'm thinking. Whereas that ceremonial sword somehow managed to force it all the way through, and thus, yeah, made this way more grisly than it should need to be, I would say. But yeah, again, the depiction here is like grisly and very realistic, and they're not shying away from that. Well then, so that's what I am hoping to find out later on down the way, but that is unfortunately going to be where I'm going to call this episode, actually. Because I don't think I'm going to be finishing and getting close to any sort of cut-off point and ending before we run too much out of time. So I might as well call it here.
we've still got a pretty good amount of progress done, like I said. A good way through this little trial period, and then hopefully we can wrap it up in the next episode. That is our plan of attack, and that is what we will try and do in our next episode. But I want to thank all of you for being wonderful audiences and coming along for our adventure here. It's been a lot of fun to see old faces come on back. Quite a lot of them, actually. And yeah, setting up for this one to be, as many of my friends are saying, and many people online that I see say, the best case in the entire series, if not at least in the original trilogy. And it seems to be shaping that way for me, because I am very excited for what comes up next. Alright, that is going to be all from this video here. Let me give you a link for the Twitch people if you've missed any of the stream and want to watch it all back. Then it can be viewable at the Laura Petal VOD YouTube channel. We will upload this as a highlight in about a few days' time over on there, so check it out in that time when it's uploaded over there. And check out all the other links that we got there as well, all the other videos that are over there. And if you did like this in our YouTube land, I want to thank you actually for tuning in, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a like and comment down below if you did, and if you'd like to go further with your love and support to see more of the Trials and Tribulations playthrough as part of the chronology continue in the future, make sure to click the subscribe button and click the bell as well. See the links in the description as well. We have our links to socials, Discord, and Twitch link down there as well. If you want to see a live stream done live on usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we would love to have you. We would welcome you, and we will hopefully give you a good time there. I think in real life, if you can tell if a weapon is used or not, as the red body fluids would have mostly gone already, so the new weapon wouldn't have much discoloration. You would... yeah, I'm not much one either. It was just an idea that I had, and we'll see if it comes to any sort of good when we continue breaking down the testimony. Which, again, happens at the start of the next episode. But I want to thank you for being awesome. If we have made your day better as a result of this video, that's lovely to hear, and I want to be able to do it again for you at some point in the future, and hopefully that will be very, very soon. Maybe in our next stream, or maybe in our next YouTube video, whatever that is. Please come along, and we would love to give you another really good time around here. But for now, we press on with Bikini's testimony and get closer to the truth of the matter. And we still have a Phoenix out for the count at the all of this. Don't forget, we still have a Phoenix down. And we can't exactly use a Phoenix down to get him out right now, but you know what I mean. So, we'll see if things change in that regard, and how we go on when we start the next episode, as I say. But thank you very much for tuning in. It has been lovely, and I want to, there, on the last day, I'm 28, yo. Oh, happy early birthday to Cass, then. Yay! Alright, and on that note, I'm going to say it once again, thank you for tuning in. Stay and stay awesome until next time. I love and appreciate you all. Please enjoy more of my videos if you want to by checking out the YouTube channel, and check the links in the description too. And with that all said, please take care of yourselves until next time, and have a wonderful time until our next video. See you soon. Bye!